Hey everybody, Joe and Ashley here today, December 5th, on our team Zoom. We're excited to have you here with us. If you're watching live or if you're watching the recording later on, thank you so much for joining us. We know that everybody's busy, everybody has things going on. So for you to take time out of your schedule and join us and watch this as a recording, we really appreciate it. If there's anything you want us to cover in the future, on future calls, send us a message so we know what you guys are wanting and what you want covered.
Hello. I'm just happy to be here and tell you about some oils.
So I want to talk about our top roller last month was Bobby Lamar. Bobby, you've been so consistent over these last few months, with consistent enrollments coming in, that's to be in that top three every single month the last few months is really hard work. So keep it up. You're doing awesome. You're so close to that rank advancing we talked about last month. Keep pushing and you'll definitely get there. So congratulations, Bobby, on being the top enroller. Good job. So we're going to talk about some doTERRA news. 10% off this month is myrrh. Why do you like to use myrrh?
Myrrh is really good for the skin. It's like a liquid Band-Aid. So any like cut, scrape, bruise, anything like that, myrrh is really good for. Also, it's really good at drawing out infection. So it works really well to like put it around your ears for an earache. Sometimes I'll mix that with like basil and melaleuca and lavender, and I'll throw some myrrh in there and rub it around ears. It's really good for gums and the mouth, so you can mix it with like clove, and it makes a really good just mixture for like a toothache. It's healing to the gums, and then the clove is very antibacterial. Those are probably my two top ways to use it.
The product of the month is 5 ml Holiday Joy and a gift. Holiday Joy, yeah, the gift is an ornament. And it's, they're usually pretty decent, nice looking. We hang them on our tree when we're home every year.
They're fun because it's clay, so you can put oil on it, and it acts as like a diffuser in a sense. Like it just kind of has a scent to it. Yeah. So if you have a fake tree, you can put some like white fir or Siberian fir or Douglas fir on it, or the peace oil, and it kind of just makes your tree kind of has that tree.
Yeah, you could even put this Holiday Joy on here, which is the product of the month. That Holiday Joy, we really like in our house. We diffuse it.
I love Holiday Joy. I have my 5 ml and it's already like halfway. So I love diffusing this oil, and I'll diffuse it all year round well. This is one of my favorites to diffuse.
It's always a holiday at our house. We're always diffusing this.
So I ordered one. I got it with the BOGOs. I just ordered one, and I'm getting a free, the free 5 ml. So we definitely love Holiday Joy. It's so fun to diffuse, and it's just something different for this year. We diffuse On Guard and Wild Orange and Peppermint and Citrus Bliss. We have all our favorites, but it's really fun to pull out Holiday Joy. So it's a favorite to diffuse.
Yeah, it really is. Our kids love it. They've been diffusing it in their rooms at night to go to sleep with. Mm-hmm. They really like it. So, hey, whatever keeps them happy and keeps them asleep, right? You'll diffuse it in their room. So we've been using that one a lot recently, and again all year. So that's a product of the month. And then this month's big promotion: free frankincense with every 200 PV order. It's a $93 value. You're gonna get that frankincense free. Frankincense can do so many different things. In my opinion, frankincense is kind of like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils, right? Because you got a little Swiss Army knife, you can do anything with it. Same thing with frankincense. You got a bottle of frankincense, it can do so much that you can use it for everything from sleep to inflammation to scrapes. Everything you can use frankincense for.
Skin, immune system, neurological system. It's really good just to support your brain and mental process and thinking and focusing on homework or trying to focus on a task. It's really good for calming. it's frankincense is one of those ones Dr. Hill has described as it goes with whatever your body is needing. So if you need to put it on in the morning to help kind of wake you up and get you going and like kind of get your body moving, then put it on in the morning. But if you put it on at night when you're trying to kind of de-stress and relax and kind of calm down, then that's what it'll do for you. It kind of meshes with whatever your body is needing. And so it's a good one to use all the time, morning, night. We rub it on our kids' backs and necks. Anytime we're sick or not feeling good, frankincense is right there in the mix with On Guard or Breathe. We use frankincense all the time. And I love that it comes in a touch roll-on too. I mean, that's not the one that's free this month, but I really like it in the touch too. So anyway, it's exciting. It's just a fun gift that doTERRA does every year. We've been in doTERRA for 9 years now, and they've done this every single December, and we just look forward to it every year. So it's really fun to place a big order and maybe have a few extra for some, place a big order for teacher gifts or just for, gifts that you may have. It's nice to place a bigger order. Sometimes you're needing a bigger order because you're ordering gifts, and that's nice to get a bonus and get a free frankincense with it. So it's a great thing that doTERRA does every single year. And if you order, say you are, I had a question yesterday, somebody wanted if their order was 400 PV, if they would get 2 frankincense, and the answer is no, you'd have to divide it into 2 orders. So you could place one $200 order, get a frankincense, and then another $200 order and get another free frankincense. I think they limit it to 4. Yeah, I think you can do up to 4. So just so you know, don't do an order, don't do like a $400 order and expect to break it up into 2 so you get both frankincenses. So
yeah, this frankincense, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So if you've got friends that are maybe thinking about starting out and getting a kit, or you're going to be sharing your kit with somebody this holiday season, definitely remember that frankincense comes free with every 200 PV order. And that's, again, it can be a starter kit, a standard order, a loyalty rewards order, any order that's 200 PV. So definitely check that out and share that with your friends and family, and order a few for yourself, because really you can never have too many frankincenses sitting around, right?
That's right.
So doTERRA's Empowered series they're doing this month is holiday hacks. So they're going to be talking about the best ways essential oils can help you during the holidays. So you can go onto your back office, click the Empowered series. It's right up top there. And then they'll doing it, the event at different times and different days. So you can register whatever event and time works best for you and be able to watch that. I've watched some of these Empowered series since they've been having them over the last few months, and they are really good. You learn a lot. The presenters are absolutely fantastic. And so this is going to be a really good one. I'm excited for it because, everybody could use a little help during the holidays. So definitely get on your back office, check out the Empowered series, and watch that this month. Do you have anything to add on that one?
Nope. It's good education.
It really is. And the holiday hacks, you can only do this time of year. I mean, they're not going to offer it until next year, so then you'll have to wait 12 months before you can watch this one again. So watch the Empowered series. Some team events happening. So Symphony of the Cells is done by Boyd Truman, and he's got some Symphony of the Cells training coming up. One of them's already passed there in November, but he's got a bunch in January: Fort Collins, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia, and Allen, Texas. So if you're in that area, definitely sign up to go to Symphony of the Cells. And you could go to symphonyofthecells.com or the Truman team and click education, and it'll pull up there as well. Symphony of the Cells was created as a method of helping people understand the body's needs to be balanced physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's a hands-on training that Boyd goes through, and he addresses certain systems of the body with certain oils and protocols and techniques to applying it. So if you're familiar with the aroma touch technique, you're applying the oils in a certain way to get the desired effect in the aroma touch technique. It's very similar to that, except it's more centered towards certain systems of the body. So, for example, it may be focusing on the musculoskeletal system, right?
There's
He's going to address those and what oil is going to help the skeletal system and the muscles and the neurological system. And he goes, and he probably has.
There's an infectious disease one for when you're sick. There's a pain one. There's a digestive
There's probably 12 or 13 of them. And he's just recently updated and added a few more because we've got a few new oils. So I was to this training. I went to this training when we lived in Utah. So it was probably like 5 years ago. And it was, in fact, I liked the first one so much and there was so much information. I went to it again a month later because I couldn't absorb all the information. So I went back and went twice. And then he just announced that since then, in the last 5 years, we've got a lot of new oils. He's updated them. He's added more specific things in there. So this is a training you definitely want to attend. So check those out. We're probably going to be, one of us is going to be going to the Atlanta, Georgia one. And so if anybody's in Atlanta that wants to go or coming up from Florida, we're happy to meet you there. And any other areas, definitely check those out. So some team events, we're doing a weekly team Zoom that we do every week, December 12th at 9. We're just going to do a question and answer. So bring your questions. You can email them beforehand. You can message them to us. But we're just going to do a live question and answer. It can be oils. It can be business, whatever it is. We're going to answer those right here on Zoom. And so send those over to us or just type them in there and ask us. And then December 19th, we haven't come up with that topic yet, but we'll put that out there as soon as we know that. And then we'll announce when our next team Zooms are going to be. The holiday season's that next week, and then New Year's. So we'll adjust. We might just do a Facebook Live in between there if we need to. So just keep an eye out on our team page for the upcoming Zooms, and then when we announce on December 19th. Also, Facebook classes, we do these every single week, every Wednesday. So the 6th is Essential Oils for Winter Wellness. 13th, Emotions and Essential Oils. The 20th, Essential Oils of the Bible. 27th, Essential Oils and Babies. And so we do these for you guys. It's our continuing education. We focus on a specific topic. We put the information out there for you to be able to use. We want you to invite your friends, your family, your team members, contacts. It's a no pressure way of just getting the information out there to people about essential oils. We get a lot of feedback on them that people really, really appreciate them, really like them. And in order to see that information, you have to click going to the Facebook post class because the information is posted in an event. And it's posted every few minutes, so that way you can scroll through and see those. So keep an eye out for those and those upcoming events and share those. Anything to add on those?
No, they're kind of fun to scroll through, and even if you don't get on at that exact time, they're posted in the event, so you can go through the next day and just kind of scroll and just kind of read through some of the information, and they're good information. You can kind of pick up quick little tips, so you can always go back and look at them if there's one you missed.
And I will say we usually do a giveaway at the end. So keep if you want something in the class, right? So those are our team events. So I want to just give a little business tip. I don't want to focus too much on business, but we have a group, a Leader Circle Mastermind group, and I might have mentioned this before, but we do weekly business trainings with a few other leaders in doTERRA, and this is a really good group because this isn't happening anywhere else in doTERRA. We're all cross-line, so we're all under the Truman team, but we're all they're not our direct upline. We're all kind of next to each other.
Different legs.
Yeah, we're all different legs in the Truman team. So, but we're all diamonds or above, and we work together and we meet as leaders, come up with ideas and topics and what people are wanting. then every week on Monday, we post a webinar about that topic. And then on Tuesday, we have a call. We discuss the topic. We give a little more tips. We answer some questions. We do giveaways every once in a while on there. So it's a really good place to go for weekly business training. So if anybody's wanting that, you can message me to be added to the Leader Circle Mastermind group, and I can add you. But it's an absolute fantastic group with really great people in there that are really genuinely there to help you and to share their information with you. We get a lot of feedback from it, and people absolutely love it. And so, again, reach out to either one of us, and we can get you added to that group. Do you have anything on the mastermind group?
Nope, it's a fun group. So if you're wanting business training, it's a great place to go every Tuesday, and it's like 30 minutes. So it's quick. It's 10 a.m. Mountain Time, it's 12 p.m. here for us. So
and if you can't watch live, it's recorded and then posted in the group later that day.
Yeah.
So you can go back and watch when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, turn it on when you're folding laundry or doing dishes or something. It's just good to listen to.
All right, so I'm going to exit out of the screen there. All right. So Ashley's going to talk about some oils. As everybody knows, we just had BOGOs happen just recently. And so there was a lot of oils that doTERRA was buy one, get one. So we kind of want to talk about those. A lot of people got them, but they don't really know how to use them. So Ashley's going to kind of talk about the oils and how to use them quick. And we'll take it from there.
All right. So I love BOGO Week. It's one of my favorite weeks that doTERRA does. They do it like 3 or 4 times a year. And these oils that they had were so awesome. I love the oils that they offered this time. So the first set, the day 1 was On Guard and Breathe. And so these are like our 2 probably most popular oils. So Breathe is our respiratory blend. It has all the best oils for the respiratory system. It has peppermint, eucalyptus, manuka, lemon, laurel leaf. I think that's all of them. Oh, Ravensara, and then the new cardamom as well. So this has all the best oils for your respiratory system. How we use this is we put a few drops and we just rub it right on our chest for a cough. We'll rub it down a little lower on our chest for any sort of respiratory distress issue, whether that's a cough or a cold or congestion or maybe somebody that has maybe like asthma or allergies, any sort of issue. If it has to do with breathing, this is the oil to use. So we also will put it around ears and throat to help sinuses. We also diffuse it. I love to diffuse Breathe and just smell it and breathe it in. It's awesome. So if you have Breathe, use it on your chest, your back, your throat, around your ears. Those are all great places for it. You can also put it on the bottoms of your feet. And definitely if you have a diffuser, you can definitely diffuse it. So I love to pair it with On Guard. If there's any sort of runny nose or anything going on, then I use this to support the respiratory system, and I use On Guard to support the immune system. So On Guard, most of us all know and love. It's our protective blend, and it has cinnamon and clove and wild orange and eucalyptus, rosemary, all really good antibacterial, antiviral oils. You can put this on every single day, and you can wipe it on the bottoms of your feet, back of your neck, down your back. You can put it in a little shot glass of water and drink it down quick. It's a little spicy. My kids probably wouldn't drink it, but if we have a sore throat, I'll put it in water and drink it down. You can put it in a capsule and take it internally. It's awesome to diffuse. My favorite study that they did with On Guard is they put 16 different germs in a room. Your MRSA, staph, strep, bacteria and viruses, and they were in a room and they diffused this for 12 minutes, and after 12 minutes all the germs were completely eliminated, or 99.9% were all eliminated. So it's powerful for cleaning and sanitizing the air in your house. So what happens when one person gets sick, it usually goes through everybody and everybody gets sick. And so you can prevent that with On Guard by putting On Guard on everybody so they don't get sick, and then also diffusing it to keep the air clean and sanitized. So we love to use On Guard. We use the the hand sanitizer, we clean with it, everything. And I love that it also comes in a touch because we'll roll it all around as well also. So On Guard is one of our definitely favorite oils. Then they offered the emotional blends, the new ones. We have Peace and Motivate. I am really loving Peace. Peace is the reassuring blend, and it's just such a calming peace, kind of anti-stress blend. It has vetiver in it, lavender, ylang-ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, and spearmint. These are all really just kind of calming, centering, peaceful blends. This works really good for adults when we're stressed and tired and cranky. It also works really good for kids when they're stressed and tired and cranky and maybe having a tantrum. This works really good for. I love that it comes in a roll-on, makes it really easy to swipe across the forehead, swipe across the back. You can even roll it on your chest or your wrist, wherever you want to put it. You can also diffuse it, not necessarily. It comes in a regular bottle too that you could diffuse, but in the touch it works really well just to kind of swipe it wherever you need. So if anyone is cranky or not feeling peaceful in your home, this is a good oil to use. The next one is Motivate that we got, and Motivate, I love that the oils just kind of, their names kind of help you tell exactly what they're for. So if you're having a lazy day, having trouble getting focused, you need some motivation, you need kind of a boost to get you going, this is a really good oil. Joe used to always put this on before we would go work out. So that's a good time when you need some motivation. It has peppermint, clementine, coriander, yuzu, basil, melissa, and rosemary. And it's a really great oil just to kind of get you going, get you focused, whatever you need to just, if you have a busy day, trying to get things done, this is a great one to have. Same thing, it's a roll-on, so just, swipe. I think we used it on one of our kids the other day for doing homework. They weren't too excited about doing homework, and so we pulled this out. So this is great just to, it's Motivate, just exactly when you need some motivation. Then we had the Arbor Vitae and the Holiday Joy. So we already briefly talked about Holiday Joy. This is one of my favorites to diffuse around the holidays. Really easy, put a few drops in your diffuser, let it go, enjoy the smell. It's really good. It has Siberian fir oil, wild orange, clove bud, cinnamon bark, cassia, Douglas fir, and nutmeg. And this is just such a fun Christmassy scent, and I love to diffuse it. That's really the only way that we've used it. And it's just, it's one of my favorites. It also has the vanilla absolute in it, and it just gives it that little sweet, spicy sweet smell, and it's my favorite to diffuse. And all of those oils are going to have excellent properties. I mean, the clove, cinnamon, cassia, those are all anti-infectious oils, so it's going to be cleaning and sanitizing the air similar to the On Guard. Siberian fir, orange, all those oils. Siberian fir has great respiratory properties, so we say it's just fun to smell, but all those oils are definitely, we're definitely getting some therapeutic results from that. The other one is Arbor Vitae, and I really have grown to love this oil. It's think of it as a super strong Melaleuca. It's like Melaleuca on steroids. So if you are not feeling well, if you're under the weather, and Melaleuca is very gentle, and if you just feel like you need something a little stronger, maybe not quite as strong as oregano, you want to be able to put it on, Arbor Vitae is your go-to. I had a cough, I think it was last year, and I had this cough, and I was putting all these oils on, and it just was not going away. And it was like 2 weeks, this lagging cough. And I used my Zyto scanner, and I scanned to see what oil came up, and Arbor Vitae was like the first one, like the only one. And so I pulled that out, and man, I just rubbed it all over me. And then I go into bed, and Joe's like, "Oh, you kind of stink." It's kind of a strong smelling one. Strong. But I'll tell you, I did not cough again. Like, I went to bed that night, and I was like hacking up for days. I couldn't go to bed. It was too strong. That's bad. But I did not cough again. It was so worth it. And I put it on the next morning just to make sure, but it got rid of that cough like in one application. It was awesome. And you know what? If you don't love the smell, cover it up with wild orange or something else that you like. But I just didn't even care because it just took care of whatever I needed. And I got the same thing like 6 months later, a year later. I don't remember the time frame, but I had the same thing, this cough that ended, and I remembered the Arbavitae. And so I pulled that back out and rubbed it all on, and it did the same thing again. It instantly got rid of that cough. So I've seen some really cool slides where they put yeast and bacteria and all this stuff. And Arbavitae, it is excellent at destroying yeast and bacteria. It's such a good, strong one. So just think of it as a super strong, like Maluka on steroids. So super good for the immune system. Anytime you're sick, not feeling well, pile it on. And if you don't like the smell, put some wild orange on it, on top.
Or just leave the room.
It comes from the sawdust. It's distilled from the sawdust, and so a lot of people say it reminds them of like walking into Home Depot or Lowe's or like a lumber yard, because it just kind of has a woodsy smell. I don't quite pick it up from that. I think of more like the fir oils, but it kind of has I don't know, it comes from the sawdust. So if you're like, this kind of maybe smells familiar, maybe it's sawdust. I don't know. Anyway, it's an awesome oil though if you have a cough or any sort of any it's respiratory or immune system. All right, peppermint and lavender. So these two are I love that they did, like Breathe and On Guard and peppermint and lavender. They did some kind of familiar oils that we all love and want to stock up on. So we all know and love peppermint. It's really good to just perk you up and wake you up. We know it clears our sinuses. It's really good for our digestive tract. It's really good for pain and headaches. I use this for pain or headaches or just cooling down. I just got home from working out, and this is a really good one just to kind of put on the back of your neck or on a hot summer day, or it's just very cooling. It's also really good in hot chocolate. Gives your hot chocolate kind of a little mint. Or brownies. Yeah, cinnamon is another one that's really good for that. So peppermint is also good to diffuse. It's in so many of the blends, Breathe and Digestin and Deep Blue. Any of those things for pain, for breathing, for digestive system, peppermint is kind of a go-to.
One of the great things I like about these oils is we have to remember that this peppermint is in, all these blends, but every body is different, so, not two bodies are the same. So it's, the peppermint may work really good for my respiratory issues, but Breathe may work really well for Ashley's respiratory issues because we're different. Even though peppermint's in the Breathe, maybe Breathe isn't as effective for me because it's just not what my body needs at that time. And so, we can use these oils for so many different things. And we just have to remember while we're using them that every body is different. And so you got to find what works best for you and everybody in your home. So, you might have to experiment a little bit, with the peppermint, with the Breathe, with the On Guard, and see what works best for you and your family.
All right, so the next one is lavender, and lavender I feel like is like the opposite of peppermint. Like, it's very calming, it's very soothing. This one we use mostly for skin irritations of like bug bites, any sort of skin irritation. It's very calming, very soothing. It's also really good because it's calming and soothing. It's good to put on right before bed and help you kind of de-stress. Stress is something that majority of people have. After a long day, our bodies need to unwind. They need to relax, and they need something. This really helps our bodies kind of process and deal with the stress. And so this helps our body to really get a good night's sleep and to get into a good deep sleep and to help release all of that tension and stress throughout the day. So Dr. Hill recommends some sort of calming oil every single night, whether it be lavender, whether it be serenity, whether it be vetiver, Roman chamomile. There's lots of different calming oils, but we need an oil every night to just kind of help our bodies de-stress and just wind down and be able to process that so that we can sleep better. So lavender is definitely a go-to for that. So it's good for sleep. It's good for skin. I also use it for like itchy eyes and seasonal stuff, and my eyes get all itchy and watery when I'm around cats. So I will put it and rub it around my eyes, and I'll put a drop underneath my tongue and wash it down with water, and it clears up that reaction right away. So it's a natural antihistamine as well. So I love lavender for that. Okay, the last two is wild orange. Wild orange is, of course, a favorite. This one is the happy oil around our home. So if anyone is cranky or not feeling good, or we're rushing out the door in the morning, I keep this in my car, and just a drop in the hands, rub together, breathe in, kind of wipe it wherever feels good to you. But this will change your mood. When you smell it, it triggers your olfactory nerve in your brain, and when you smell something, that's the only thing that can trigger that nerve. And so it instantly helps you process your memories and your emotions and your mental state. And so it really does instantly just help you process and kind of release those emotions in a positive way. And so it's really good for just bringing joy and being happy. So this is definitely the happy oil. If we're running in the car and somebody can't find their shoes and somebody can find their jacket, and we're just kind of having a rough morning, I'll pass this back in the van and tell everyone to put a drop on their hands. And a lot of times there's usually one that doesn't want to put it on, but because they're just such in a cranky mood, but because everybody else has put it on, and the whole van will smell like wild orange. Sure enough, within a few minutes, that person's, that
so we make them put it on.
Yeah, secretly.
Just dump the whole bottle on their head.
Just make them smell it. And but really, even just doing that, after a few minutes, their attitude and demeanor kind of slowly changes and comes around. So this is excellent to diffuse, to rub on. You can add it to your water to drink. It has all the properties of good citrus, of good cleansing oils. It's just a really fun one to smell and help balance your mood and help you to be happy. And anyway, we love wild orange.
And as Ashley mentioned earlier, it's a really good cover-up oil. So if you put an oil on that you don't like the smell of, or maybe your kids don't like the smell of, or maybe they're going to school and the teacher says, look, they smell too strong, you can't put Intune on them, or whatever that is, follow it up with wild orange. Mm-hmm. It's a good cover-up oil to help mask a smell.
Yep. And I mean, most people like wild orange. It's a pretty friendly smell. I don't think I've ever met anybody that doesn't like wild orange. So it's a very happy, friendly, it's familiar. Most people have probably smelled an orange versus arborvitae. So it's a very familiar, happy smell that people
Not many people go around sniffing trees.
Yeah, that people can associate good, happy, feelings with. So it's a good one. Okay, the last one is cassia, and cassia is a really fun one to diffuse too. Cassia and wild orange make a really good pair for diffusing. And cassia is very similar to cinnamon. It's a very strong anti-infectious, antibacterial, antiviral properties. It's really good. It's hot though. It's similar to oregano or cinnamon. This isn't one that we just rub all over. So we either put on the bottoms of our feet. I will drink this in water just with like lemon and cassia is a good one. I like to put this in yogurt or oatmeal, or what was the other thing we put it in? Oh, applesauce. We'll put a couple apples in our blender and blend it up and make kind of an applesauce, and I'll put some cassia in there, and it's like cinnamon applesauce. It's really, really good.
Like a cinnamon apple paste.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a homemade applesauce with cassia, and it's really good. So yeah, I love this. This is probably my favorite one to flavor food with. Diffusing it is really good. And then we'll put it in a capsule if we are really sick and want to get it down. It's really good for kidneys and your urinary tract and that sort of stuff too. That's what I use cassia with. So
those are go ahead. I was just gonna say, so those are all the BOGO oils, all of them. I hope it was informational. And if you have any questions about the BOGO oils, reach out. I mean, we're here to help. What do you have? Anything?
That's it. I'm here to talk about oils, so I did my job.
We still have some time left. Want to keep talking about oils?
No, we're good. You guys have a fantastic night, and holler if you guys need anything. And
we'll talk to everybody next week.
There you go. See you guys.